Good evening everyone, and thank you for joining me today. Now I'm sorry the light is not brilliant, but I will be cutting to other times in the video where I'm in better lighting, when I need to be in better lighting to do a demo. But yes, you know, it's cold weather, pain flaring up, so I'm sat in my bedroom in my lovely comfy Ask Ali chair. So I'm really pleased that you could join me today. Now today I wanted to I was a little bit tempted in the Black Friday sale. I've been looking at a couple of things for a while by Heliocare. Now Heliocare is a company that I think is UK based and provides sunscreen products. Now they have a particular feature in their sunscreen called Firm Block, which I'm going to tell you a bit about in a minute. Now I was introduced to Heliocare when I started following Katie at Beauty and the Boutique. Hello Katie, I love Katie and all of the lovely people at Beauty and the Boutique. They're just so lovely and friendly, really love them. Anyway, that's beside the point. But Katie actually sent me some Heliocare for free as a thank you for doing a review for her a long time ago, and I fell in love with it, and it was the Heliocare cream. Now there is no reason why I haven't used it for a while, other than that I get bored and I like to try new things, try out new things, and I suppose it's a good job that I'm like that, because otherwise I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing by having a channel. I get intrigued, I want to try new things. Anyway, there's a bit of a long intro, and you can probably hear now that the rain is pouring down outside. I've got the window open for some air. Sorry about that if you can hear that. So recently Dr. Sam Bunting did a fact sheet about hyperpigmentation, and she talked about Fern Block in her fact sheet, and there's a particular ingredient which I will get to in a minute because it's in one of these kits. But I want to get on and put out this video as quickly as I can, because Heliocare has got a 30% off sale, but it ends tonight. So I really hope that you see this in time. So I got two kits from Heliocare. One is called the Illuminate Glow Protect Kit, and this is actually this had 30% off and was £52, but I have actually seen it money off this at about that price, even when there wasn't a Black Friday sale. So I have a feeling this might have money off anyway, even after this evening. So, but this one definitely had money off only for Black Friday, and this is called the Tech Protect Kit. Okay, and this one is £38 at the moment, right? And I just think these are such good value kits, and I'm going to tell you all about what is inside them and why I bought them. Okay, so let's get to the reason. I had to take one of these products out to remind me of the name, but in Dr. Sam Bunting's fact sheet about hyperpigmentation, she actually talked about this product called Firm Block. That's the kind of trade name, but the actual chemical name is Polypodium leucotomos extract, basically. And there have been some studies done that have shown that taking it orally can help to with people with melasma and hyperpigmentation. Now I think it's also in accordance with sunblock as well and other things, and I think in particular if you use hydroquinone, which I don't, but other things like azelaic acid and antioxidants and whatever, if you use it in conjunction with that, then there is some initial evidence that it might help. Now I haven't started, this set has got the supplement in it, right? This is called the Tech Protect Kit. I haven't started taking this yet because I just want to double check, as I would suggest everybody does with their pharmacist, that it's not going to interact with any of the medication I'm on. I have looked it up and I think I'm pretty safe, but I just want to make double sure, and I think everyone should if you're on any other medication. But let me tell you, so this is 30 days worth of supplement, and the research says that taking 240 milligrams a day of this polypodium leukotomos, or whatever it's called, can help. And this has got that 240 milligrams in. It's also got other things in it, so let me just try and find the English version to read it to you. Where have we got? So we've got vitamin C, niacinamide, which is vitamin B3, vitamin E, and iron oxides and titanium dioxide. So it's supposed to help protect you from the sun, particularly good if you're going to a very hot country and you want to take it just before you go. But if you have hyperpigmentation, then it's something to consider. I'm not sure how long you're supposed to take it. I think it's not meant to be like every day for the rest of your life kind of thing, maybe a couple of months and then stop. I'm going to find out all there is to know and let you know. Now they do another supplement, I think, that's also got, I'm going to call this poly whatever now, I'm going to call it Firm Block because it's easier to say, all right, but there are some other supplements on the site that have also got vitamin D in, which I cannot take because I'm on prescription strength vitamin D already because I had very low vitamin D levels, and if I take that then I'm going to overdose on vitamin D. But this 360 capsules doesn't have vitamin D in it, so I'm really keen to start this, but I'm going to double check with my pharmacist, and I can't wait to update you and let you know whether or not I feel it makes any difference. It's also just all around supposed to be good for skin health. So in the tech kit comes this 30-day supply of these capsules with the Firm Block. Now Firm Block is also in all of Heliocare's sunscreens. Now if any of you have tried a sunscreen by Heliocare, you will remember that there is a very strange kind of smell. I actually quite like it. Some people hate it. It's a bit of a kind of grassy, ferny smell. I like it. Some people hate it, as I say. But that is the Firm Block, and it is an antioxidant. Now there is less evidence that putting it on topically helps, but it certainly doesn't harm. It's a good antioxidant which works really well with things like vitamin C. Just a very good all-round antioxidant. So let me just tell you quickly what's in this kit, and then I'll tell you what was in the other kit, and then I'm going to show you a little demonstration of me applying one of the products to my face and tell you a little bit about the tips, because I put this video on hold for a day because I had some problems and I solved the problems before I brought you this video. Okay, so in the Tech Protect kit, so the whole idea of this kit is, we've heard already from Charlotte Tilbury about blue light and technology, and what it says is this is the ultimate skin protection kit to keep at your desk or bedside table if you're a self-confessed tech addict. That's me. Your Heliocare Tech Protect kit will not only protect your skin from the damage that can be caused by digital screens, but also daylight when you venture outside. Blue light emitted from digital screens can cause damage to the skin in the same way that daylight can. While exposure levels are less intense than UV rays, it penetrates deeper, which can cause damage to every layer of the skin. Blue light has been shown to cause pigmentation, free radical damage, inflammation, redness, sensitivity, and DNA damage. Fortunately, your Heliocare Tech Protect kit not only provides daily clinically proven protection against damage caused by blue light, but also UVA, UVB and infrared A. Firm Block is the key ingredient in your Heliocare products. It's a supercharged antioxidant that's proven to protect your skin at a cellular level against damage caused by your digital screens as well as daylight. While your water gel defends the skin surface, your capsules will work within to protect your cells and keep your skin healthy. They're the only supplements that are clinically proven to protect skin from damage caused by blue light. Okay, and then it says to read more at Heliocare. So in your Tech Protect kit, as I say, you get 30 capsules of the Heliocare with the vitamin C and vitamin E and everything else. You get a Heliocare 360 water gel, which you'll see I haven't opened yet because I've used a product in the other kit, and I'll tell you. But this is a clear gel sunscreen. All right. Now they do all sorts of different formulas. They do gel formulas. They also do a lotion based formula, which is the one that I used before. Okay, but this is the gel formula that is in this kit. Then they have a really little witty screen cloth and a spray to spray your screen, spray your glasses, spray all your devices, whatever, to clean the screens, which is really handy to have. I always used to pick up one in the opticians when I went, so I think that's a really handy thing to have. And also in here there are 3 samples. I just pressed that a minute, sorry. There are 3 samples of the colour gel Heliocare. They only have 3 shades available, and I'm going to get onto this in a minute, but they have all the 3 shades for you to sample, so that if you're interested in getting the colour gels, you can try them, you can mix them, you can see which one is your shade. Now I'm going to get onto this about shades when I talk about the next kit. I know I've just said that because there is some very important information about the shade limitations in the Heliocare products, okay, in terms of the foundation formulas. All right, so you need to be wary of that, okay, but I will tell you about that in a minute. So that is your Tech Protect kit, and at the moment until midnight I'm going to put this out with hardly any editing, so I hope you guys don't mind, but this is going to, it's got 30% off until midnight tonight. So if you really fancy this, please get your medical advice before taking any oral supplements. I'm just going to say that as a disclaimer. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a dermatologist, I'm just somebody that reads and researches a lot. And obviously if you're taking anything, you really don't want to risk taking something that may interact, and that's exactly what I'm going to do before I start taking this. All right, so that is your Tech Protect kit, and it comes in a lovely little bag as well. And then moving on, we have the Ultimate Glow Protect. Now I'm just going to pause for a minute and I'll be right back. Right, so this is the Heliocare kind of foundation range, because these products are the coloured Heliocare products. And in this kit you get all 3 shades, full sizes of the shades of Heliocare Gel 360 gel formula. You get it in Pearl, which is the lightest shade, you get it in Beige, which is the middle shade, and you get it in Bronze, which is the darkest shade. You also get in the kit a really nice brush, which has got one side for buffing in and the other side for kind of patting in formula or going through it. It's really nice. It reminds me of a Tarte brush, you know, the Tarte brushes. Really nice brush, and I thought I couldn't help but try it. There's a lady on the website that demonstrates how you can contour using these products, and by using the darkest shade to bronze and the medium shade all over, and then the lightest shade to highlight, which of course will only work if you're a certain skin tone. Now I'm going to get on to the skin tones. Now I'm just going to put here the 3 shades in between so that you can see the 3 different shades. Okay, so as you can see, they're very light. Now, I'm not going to blame Heliocare for this because they did say quite clearly that this is for Fitzpatrick skin tones 1 to 3, which I looked up is a dermatologist's kind of description of skin tones. And basically, olive skin tone is Fitzpatrick 4. So I knew that this was going to be a bit on the fair side. I can just about get away with this, okay? And I'm going to show you how I applied it. But if you are darker than me, you're not really going to be able to use this kit or any of the coloured foundations in the range. Now, I will say, you know, Heliocare, what are you doing, right? Only supplying these products for people up to a medium skin tone. You know, I know that Asian skin is supposed to be the most protected in the world, but it is also the most prone to hyperpigmentation, and Afro-Caribbean skin burns as well. We all need some protection. So I would say that's really one of my big criticisms, is that they don't have anything darker for women of colour. So, and I could only just get away with this, and only really, the only one that really matches is the darkest one. But I'm going to show you now me applying this product to my face. And I did do a little bit of contouring, and I tried to use the lightest one as a highlighter, etc, etc, etc. So I'm going to do all that on fast forward, and then I'm going to come back and tell you my thoughts and some of the difficulties and some tips for applying this foundation. Okay, so I think you've just seen it leaves the most gorgeous finish. It's a gel formula that sinks into the skin, and even though it looks shiny, none of that is moisture. It is pure shine. It sinks straight into the skin, and it's worth saying that all of these products are SPF 50 plus, okay, and they protect against all types of UV light, as explained earlier. Now, the second day I went to apply this, I got pilling on my skin, and this is often a problem that is encountered when people use gel formulas of sunscreen, and it's so annoying, but I managed to overcome it with a few tips, and I just wanted to share those tips with you. So first of all, I realized that I applied this gel sunscreen too soon after putting on quite a creamy moisturiser. Now that isn't going to work because the gel in the formula is going to mix with the emollients in your moisturiser and it's going to pill. Okay, so the first tip to tell you is, if you're using a gel formula like this, is to let your moisturiser really sink in. Leave it at least 20 minutes, and then after 20 minutes make sure that you've really rubbed any excess and it's all sunk into your skin and your skin is feeling dry. That is tip 1. Okay, now the next thing is tip 2 is, I didn't like this under my eyes. I don't think it is a particularly, it just, when you saw that close up, it didn't really do my fine lines under my eyes any particular favours. But if you layer something on top of it, it will be fine. I just think if you're using this and this alone under your eyes, you probably find you need a concealer with a bit more moisture. It's very good for oily skin because it does stop that T-zone. I've got a bit of a T-zone oiliness. It's not really severe. It used to be, but it stopped that. You know, my skin is dry to touch. But I just think that you need to layer something over your under eye area if you've got fine lines, because it is not the most flattering. But the rest of it, I think you'll realise, is really shiny. It's got a lovely glow to it. And then I have a third tip, because I've been experimenting with different makeup that goes on top. Makeup generally applies beautifully over this. Again, if you go really hard at it with a powder over the gel, it can sometimes split, but only if you go really hard at it. If you've got a really soft brush, it applies beautifully. But I found a really good combination, and I'm wearing it today. I'm going to come and close up here. I've had this on for a few hours, so it's probably not as good as it was when I first applied it. And my eyes are really dry under my eyes at the moment, so just excuse me for that. This looks shiny, but it's really, it's just shine. It's not, there's no oil there. It's dry to touch, and that is the gel. But I found this really great combination because it just grabs the gel on your face and it looks really beautiful. And that is to use a powder, a mineral powder foundation over the top of this gel formula, and it just grabs that mineral powder. So I used some of my Bare Minerals, which I haven't used for such a long time, because again, if you've got fine lines, it doesn't do you any favors. But this gives such a glow anyway that it really doesn't mattify your skin too much when you put it over the top, and it works really, really well. And I just found it such a great combination. But I will be trying some more combinations going forward. But if you have got a gel formula of a sunscreen, and you have got a mineral powder foundation like Bare Minerals, give it a go, because it just works. It's just beautiful. It gives such a lovely natural effect. It looks like you've got nothing on your skin, but your skin just looks really, really healthy. So just follow those tips for this gel, you know, as I say. Now the third thing, there was a, sorry, was that second or third tip? There's another important tip. If you find that this is pilling on you, don't apply it with the brush. First of all, you might want to dab some highlighter on with the brush afterwards, but when you first go to apply it with your fingers and rub it in, work it into the skin with your fingers, because I found that that makes it less likely to pill. It only pilled on me once, but I just don't want people to get it and say, oh, it just completely pilled on me. If you start dabbing it on like that over a moisturiser, it's going to pill. But if you let your moisturiser dry down and then you apply this and you work it in with your fingers, or even really buff it with a brush if you prefer to use a brush, just make sure that you work it into the skin properly before it dries down. Otherwise it may just pill on you. But it's really worth getting used to how to make it work for you, because it's, I'm just loving it. And my skin is totally dry but has a gorgeous glow to it that I don't really need much highlighter. So I'm really, really pleased with this. And these normally on their own are about £28 each. So to get 3 of them in a kit for 53 is a really good bargain. Now, if you're not sure about whether or not to get the full sizes, or like me, you're my kind of skin tone and you don't know if you're going to be able to get away with it because they're quite light, then get the Tech Protect kit, because you're going to get the 3 sample sizes in there and you can try them out and see if they work for you. Any questions, do let me know. I'm going to kind of go off now. Please let me know. I'm going to follow this up with a few more tips and tricks for how to use the gel SPF, and maybe I'll apply it on my live on Wednesday. But I just want to get this video out now, so that if anybody is interested in purchasing these products from Heliocare, you can do so before midnight tonight. So please, apologies for lack of editing, just want to get the video out. Hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you all very soon. I've got a new Charlotte Tilbury product coming up next, and it is quickly, I will give you a quick sneaky peek. It is the Glowgasm Lips, and that Rebecca reviewed the other week, but I've got the darker one. She got the lighter one, I've got the darker one, so I'm going to put that one out next. See you very soon. Take care. Love you all. Mwah.